Hi guys, what's up? So I thought I would share with you the day that Lay became my boyfriend. A moment of silence, please. So my story started on the train. I take the train every day to work and to school, and for me it's a particularly long trip because my stop is like the last stop of like the train trip here, so I'm constantly like on the train every day and for such a long period of time. And also sometimes it's very packed, so you do sit, next to someone else who is catching the train, and I happened to sit next to this very lovely elderly lady, and that is where my tale began. I was on my way home from school. I was on the train, and I was on my phone because I'm always on my phone when I'm on the train, and this older lady, she sat next to me, and as I was checking my phone, obviously because we're next to each other, you can totally look at what the other person is doing. So I was on my phone and I clicked it, and when you click it you can totally see like my wallpaper, and I turned on my phone, and the older lady next to me, she saw my phone, and then she was like, "Oh, he's cute. Is that your boyfriend?" Hold up, I'm gonna show you guys what wallpaper that I had. I changed it. So it's this wallpaper. It is, I don't know from where, but I just found it online, and it's of Lay wearing his beanie. He's not even looking at the camera. He's just like glancing to the side. Hopefully you guys can see that. So that was my wallpaper. And so when I clicked it, obviously she saw it and she was like, "He's so cute. Is that your boyfriend?" Now I know what you guys are thinking. There are two ways that I could have gone with this, which is the first route, and that would be, oh no, he's just someone doesn't even know exists. He's just a celebrity that I'm so into a little bit. Or I could totally go the other route and lie and sort of milk this for as long as I can, because I was bored, because I had no data on my phone, I had no books with me. I was totally bored. I don't know. Do I lie to the sweet old lady? Or do I just tell the truth? What would you guys do? Of course I chose like the rational choice, and that was to lie through my teeth. So I actually just looked at her and I was like, that's my boyfriend. And I thought that was the end of the conversation, but no, she was so sweet. She was like, "Oh, how long have you guys been together?" And it's just really basic questions, I guess, when you ask someone who's in a relationship. I don't know. And I was like, "Oh my god, I have to lie." And I just cannot, I don't know how I did it, but it just happened. And I was just like, "Oh, for like a couple of years now." And then she started to ask more and more questions, and it really turned out to be like a conversation. It's like between two friends. She's like, "Oh, like what's his name?" And I was like, "Yixing." I just said it like that. Did not even use his stage name. It's like I knew. It's like my heart knew all along, but it was just like Yixing, just like that. And it's like, "Oh, that's cute. Where is he from?" And I said, "He's actually from China, but he's currently in Korea." I could have stopped there. I could have ended it, just grabbed my earphones, listened to my boyfriend's voice, but nope. I kept going. I was like, he's over there working. And then she goes, "Oh, so it's a long distance?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she just kept asking more questions. "What does he do?" And I said, "Oh, he's in the music industry over there." And I kind of figured, I thought that from there she'd kind of be like, "This chick is crazy, she's totally just lying, she's just like a crazy fan." But no, the really sweet old lady was like, "Oh, what does he do?" See, this is another point where it could have been like, actually, he's just like a celebrity that I'm really into, like a really good singer and stuff. And then I was just like, nope. I actually kept going. I said that he made music, and she said, "Oh, that's nice." And at that moment I was just like, will I get punished for lying to a sweet old lady? But honestly, the conversation just kept going and going, and I somehow got through it. My answers consisted of things that I knew about Lay, knew about the K-pop world, knew about EXO and stuff. And this sweet old lady was just, she was the sweetest. She was just, you know, I think she was humoring me too. She was just like, oh, that's so cute. Like, how long you guys been together? And like, you know, like blah, blah, blah. And she did get off a few stops before my stop, and before she left she kind of gave me a pat on the shoulder. She was like, it was nice talking to you, dear. And she actually gave me pretty good relationship advice, if I'm gonna be honest with you. But she was honestly the sweetest, like the sweetest woman ever, and I didn't want to be like, oh, I honestly felt bad as soon as she got off. I was like, am I going to hell for lying to her? But at the same time, that was probably one of my most memorable train trips home, because it was genuinely really interesting talking to her. That was the day, ladies and gentlemen, that Lay became my boyfriend, at least for like 45 minutes. It was... I already said it, I couldn't take it back. Like, she was about to leave. Was I supposed to be like, just kidding, he doesn't even know I exist? So the moral of the story is, moral of this story is, the moral of the story would be, ask her. If you have really pretty pictures of your favorite K-pop idol that don't look like it's legit, like professional pictures, they're probably gonna be like, that must be your boyfriend. And girl, just go with the flow. Comment down below and tell me if you guys have ever been in the same situation. Like, I mean, have other people seen your like wallpaper or anything like that and thought to ask if that was your boyfriend, or you know, if you guys were in a relationship with that person on the photo and if your phone, because I'm sure it's not just me. I'm sure it happens to a lot of people. And yes, well, update on the wallpaper. Actually, my actual current wallpaper is this, which is a picture of Baekhyun in his doctor costume thingy during, this is for their Unfair stage. And I don't know, maybe I'll bump into someone who will see this and be like, is that your boyfriend? Because then I'll be dating a doctor. So please let me know if this happened to you guys too, and if so, like, what picture was it, which idol, and did you tell the truth or did you lie like me? And that's pretty much it. Don't forget to give this video a like if you guys enjoyed that, or if you think I need to go find that old lady and bake her some cookies and say sorry. And don't forget to subscribe if you guys haven't, and I will see you guys in my next video. Have a good Christmas, and listen to EXO Unfair. Boom. The best song ever. Like, I feel like it's just so good. It's amazing. Please listen to it if you guys haven't already, or just their whole winter album, because it's just so good. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. To the lady that I met on the train, hi. So Lay isn't really Lay, also Yixing, whatever. Yixing really isn't my boyfriend. I'm so sorry. He's actually my husband.